Heather.
Hello, hello.
Okay, Heather's very clear, Alicia says. I actually saw Alicia at the beginning there and I was like, did you bring drinks? Let me see what she said. Just a Coca-Cola. Just finished eating tacos and making the kids mac and cheese. I love mac and cheese. Spring over here, minus 12. Wow, we had a beautiful day today. I was just with short sleeves. So it's good now. Heather's not echoing. You have to tell me if Heather echoes through my mic because she comes through my audio. So I'm hoping it's not picking it up because I have, yeah, anyway. So what have I got for you guys for 10 minutes other than chit chat? I mean, there's oh, I've been going crazy with flowers lately. I
Lee is saying I am louder but clearer.
Oh, you're too loud. If she's louder than me, I mean, well, it just means her mouth is bigger, so, you know, I'll turn her down a little bit. There we go. But I was listening to the stream from last week and I kind of found you were a little bit low. So everybody says sounds good. So finally, I mean, we've got to get this audio figured out for this podcast anyway, right? So let me see if there's any card kits here. Oh, first of all, I am doing comment of the week. So it doesn't matter where you comment, Instagram, Facebook, my blog. Yeah, blog posts. Okay, you know what? One day at a time. I have been filming like crazy. If you're a bestie, you got to see the sneak peek of my studio tour last night. I played the first minute and 15 seconds for them. I'm super excited with it. I've got another, I think another 20 seconds added to it. You wouldn't believe what is involved. This is not going to be your everyday, oh, look at this and look at that. And I have this and I have that. I want to be intentional when I'm showing you all of my studio and why I have this item or that item and how this helps me and that helps me so that, I mean, you can look at pretty things all day long. We do that every single day on websites and stores and whatnot. But making a purchase with intention, going, oh my God, I never thought of that. That would be a great solution for me, or, or not, or whatever. So I want to be really intentional anyhow. So the studio tour I was going to upload it this Sunday, but I have a fair tomorrow and Saturday. It just snuck up on me like a sneaky little wabbit, and I'm going to the fair. So I want to talk about comment of the week. So comment of the week can be anywhere, blog, YouTube, anywhere that you can comment and type. And I hadn't actually picked one yet. And today I got a comment that really, really, really stood out to me. Let me go here so I can read. I should have played you. I should have played you the reel today. Today's reel, or was it? Yeah, it was today. I'm sure it was today, or maybe it was the other day. I don't know. I type all of my stuff in a spreadsheet for social media, and my social media manager schedules it all. So when you see a mistake, it's not me, it's her. So anyway, let me go to Instagram here really quick and just see. Okay, this one was on the one. It said, funny fact, I sent a sympathy card to my friend for their broken blender, ha ha ha. And I said, what funny reason can you come up with to send a sympathy card to a friend? I can't wait to read all of your ideas. And that was how long ago? Oh, 8 hours ago. Oh no, comments were 8 hours ago. I think this posted earlier today. Maybe you guys haven't seen it yet, but Thar Tink, this is so funny. Thar Tink says, not sympathy, but I did send my friend's cat a birthday card. I got to go over here, a birthday card. So I thought that was pretty stinking funny. What do you think, Heather?
That's pretty funny.
I thought it was pretty funny. So there's your comment of the week, your little claim to fame on the channel. So very funny. I don't know who Thar Tink is, if it's one of you and it's just your Instagram name. I have no idea, but sound is still good. Let me just say a quick hi to everybody here. Let me know. Thumbs up if the sound is good. Thumbs up on the video while you're there. And the talking is really, really good. All the chat back and forth, because it gets the algorithm going, hey, what's going on over there? And then we can meet some new inky friends. Alicia, hello. I already said hello to you. Jeanette, welcome back. And welcome back to the besties. if you have, oh, never mind. I'm trying to get an email out, but my email program is broken right now. I'm trying to get my IT team to fix it. Dana, hello, and Terry and Allie. Hi, everyone. The clocks haven't gone forward in the UK, so it's only coming up to midnight. Allie, you make sure you get your rest and take care of yourself. Jill, hello. Ohio. Jill's from Ohio. Lee is here. Lee always pops into our Inky Bestie events and she goes, "It's me, Lee." So she's our cute little, our little Mealy. Our I always laugh when I think of that. Hello, Christine. And Mary's here. And hopefully my email helped you out today, Mary. Mary gets email contact instant with me as an Inky Bestie, so she had a question. I hope that helped her today. Melissa, I haven't seen you in a while. I see you on Thursday nights, but I'm not seeing you on our Wednesday night events. We miss talking with you. Sharon Boyer, there's a new name. Hello from Stormy, I thought it said Fetus. Festus. Festus? M-O is Missouri? Is M-O Missouri? So it's misery right now. Festus misery. Looks like I got everybody. Ruby. And oopsie, it just went flip on me. I thought I saw Karen. Oh, there I am. Karen and Jill and Jessica. So hello to all you wonderful ladies and peeps. Hims and hers, thems and theys. I don't know all the pronouns and I don't want to be offensive and not use the right pronouns. So that's why I say them. Because God forbid you don't say the right thing, right? I mean, in today's day and age, you could be in a lot of trouble. Normally people are pretty good about it though, right? So what have I got here? Okay, I've got 2 card kits. I guess I can show you. And I have this new thing I can do now. And I can go like that and just hit a button. And that seems really zoomy. Let's go. That's really zoomy. Holy moly. Did we do zoomy last night on the event? I think we did. Woo. Wow.
Yeah, you
Hold
were
on.
coloring, so you were zoomed in
Yeah,
pretty good.
if moving the screen bothers you, close your eyes. This is technical stuff here. I tell you, I talk to my IT guy quite a bit and I'm like, dude, listen, I'm a card maker. Give me a break. I don't do this stuff. There we go. Let's get a little bit of space here. Okay, so we have the Quilted Spring card kit. This is a very elegant Spellbinders die. And I just wanted to, I wanted to use it because it's not as scary as you might think it is. The stamp is included. We're going to color it up. And all of the paper is included, not the die. So you have to get the die or follow along with a different die because you've got all the papers in there. So that's the spring one. The Susan Tierney Nasturtium card kit. I can't show you my actual cards because the store wanted them. And I'm like, well, I guess I should give them to the store. And I didn't want to make another one because I'm going to make another one when I do the card kit. But this here milk jug, can you see that? There is a exclusive stencil in here with milk jugs. And I'm going to teach you how to do this patina type thing on the milk jug. And you can go with silvers or gold, whatever whatever you feel like. I went with this color because it kind of looks like it might be rusted. And in person, you use a sponge and then it makes it look more rusty. But the flowers, those nasturtiums, thank you, Heather, because I was like, nasturtium. And she's like, it's nasturtium. Like, words are hard. Don't tell anybody. It'll be our secret, okay?
Well,
all right.
When you have a husband who's a journeyman landscape gardener, you learn those things.
Yes, you do. Tornado weather, be careful. Make sure you have a mattress available to protect all of your stamping supplies. Put it right over top of them all. Throw everything you craft with in the bathtub and put a mattress over it so nothing gets ruined. Okay, so tonight I have something fun planned for you guys. Now, I want to preface this with, this is the last week that this live will be on this channel. The lives are moving to my other channel. Okay, so my other channel has like a mishmash of videos on it. If you didn't know, I have another channel. But down in the description, I think it says want more videos. I should change it to My Inky Life, but it says want more videos and there's a link. Click it. Now, this video will go live here next week, maybe for one or a few weeks, but it'll just be a thing that says go here, because we're not here, we're over there, and it'll be directions in the description. So this is the last week the live will be on this channel, and I'll talk a little bit about why that's going to happen as I'm crafting. I just want to kind of get started here and show you guys what I'm doing. So I'm not going to tell you what it is. I want you to type. I want you to type what you think I'm creating, okay? So, Heather, can you keep track of what people think I'm making?
Great.
1 second. I have to tell Heather something in secret, and you guys will find out what it is after. I'll tell you guys after. I didn't think of this. I just thought of this. Okay. All right, Heather.
He says orange.
I'm making oranges. Yeah, that's it. I just want you guys to guess. I want to see if you can guess what I'm creating on this paper, okay? We'll see. And if you're an Inky Bestie, you cannot guess because you know what I'm going to create on this paper. Lee is being goofy. I'm not creating orange. She is an Inky Bestie. She was in our event last night. But if you're an Inky Bestie, you can't guess. So sorry. But you know what? It gives other people a chance too, right? So I'm going to pull out my brushes. These are in that right here. Ha! Look at how good I am. They're in there. I feel like I'm too loud still. Am I too loud still? I want to run in the other room and listen. Heather, can you mute yourself and check the YouTube just to see, oh, my thing is off, where the volume is so that I get an instant answer.
Okay, just a second.
Thank you. Okay, so I need this one, and this one. That should be good. Where's my little baby pink one? Well, I have a little bit. I try to keep the colors like kind of like this one would be pinks or purples. So there we go. Okay. I am going to use Salvaged Patina. These are all Distress Oxides. Okay. Salvaged Patina, Prize Ribbon, Kitsch Flamingo, and Dusty Concord. Where am I grabbing these from? The basket, of course. Okay. So, Inky Besties, you can't guess.
Seems okay.
It does seem okay? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You went back and heard your voice too?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, let's start here. This one's for my tealy ones. Didn't I just pull out a pink? I did. Okay. So, I'm just going to...
Just a quick reminder to anyone that if you're not able to chat, it's because you're not subscribed to the channel. Subscribe, you'll be able to chat and put your answers in.
Yep. Get your guesses in. But Inky Besties cannot guess. So we got to keep reminding people that Inky Besties can't guess. Because...
And if you've won anything in the last month too, which I think might have been Inky Besties. But I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll figure it out. And actually, I might even go in with one of these really quick here, just because it just looks like a weird thing right now. But trust. Trust. What'd you say, Picasso?
Picasso.
Mona Lisa. Come
That's my guess.
on.
Picasso.
Mona Lisa. There's a art store here in Calgary called Mona Lisa. So yeah, last night I gotta tell you a funny story. We were last night was color with me with the Inky Besties, and they all got one of these in a digital form to color. So I showed them how to color this because they're going to learn how to do this. It's got beaded paste on it. It looks like little millions of little glass beads. It's hard to come through on the video. But anyway, we were all chatting about the I'll try it out, and that's where I try out a product or whatever. And Lisa said, "Oh, this artist I watch, or this artist I watch on YouTube was coloring with such and such pencil crayons. I'd like to know, if they really work good or not." And I said, "Do you know who Sarah Renee Clark is?" And she goes, "Yeah, that's the one who was using them." I'm like, buy them because they're probably awesome. But anyway, she had not, if they weren't part of her pencil crayon testing thingamabobber, whatever. So I bought a set because there's like 48 pencils for $37, and they're like the Prismacolors, right? So I'm going to test them out and see. But anyway, we were talking about next month's, and I'm going to do Mamagami, and Lisa was on Amazon, and she's like, "Oh yeah, it's only $8." I'm like, no, it's $25. She goes, "No, in the US it's $8." And I'm like, "Well," I said, "you still have to pay shipping because in Canada we still pay shipping from the US, right?" And she's like, "Well, I don't have to pay shipping. I have Prime." I'm like, "Honey, I have Prime too, and I pay shipping. Like, what makes your account so special?" She's like, "I don't." She goes, "Watch, I'm going to go to the checkout." And she checked right out, and she's like, "Yeah, it was $8 with the tax and blah, blah." And I'm like, I don't know how that's possible. So I'm looking at my because everybody can buy on Amazon.com, right? So I'm looking at the .com, and I'm like, what is going on here? Because I'm not getting this special that she's getting. Like, what makes her so special? Anyway, long story short, we come to learn she's American. We're Canadian. So of course she doesn't pay shipping because it's going from the US to the US. And it was really funny. Anyway, where was I going with this story? Do you ever do that? You get talking about something and you completely lose your train of thought? Well, that just happened to me. I just completely lost my whole train of thought. I have no idea where I was going with that. None. It's gone. I don't know. Anyway, what did I start with? What did I start this conversation with? I don't know. It's gone now. Sorry, it's disappeared. I don't know. It's completely gone. Oh well. Now I feel like a twit.
So Terry was saying, wanted to know why Inky Besties can't guess. I was there last night if something was revealed. And I was yes, it
Yes.
was on last night's event. Even if you weren't there when it happened, it's still an available video for
Yeah.
you that you could have gone back.
Yeah.
So it's just to try and keep it
Actually,
fair.
yeah, because I did it on after the stream ended, I was like, "Oh my God, I got to get off like from talking to the besties," because I wanted to make one of these so that it was done for tonight, and you'll understand why. But I didn't want them to see. And finally I was just like, "Oh, okay, whatever. I'm just going to hang out for longer and make this then." So what was a 2-hour event turned into 3.5 hours. But that's normally what happens when, I'm around with the besties. But nevertheless, it's always a good time. So now I need some water and some paper towels. Don't you get in the ink there. You just stay up there and be calm. And I don't know where my girls are. I need more paper towel. I don't know. Oh. Yeah, so now when I walk away, I still have volume. So I don't sound like I'm disappearing. Okay. So yeah,
there's a lot of comments going on about the ads that people are getting ads during the lives and they've never had that before. And I know that was something you and I had talked about. It just for people to understand that it's out of your control, that's YouTube's control.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I have zero control over, well, that's not true. I can do ad free, which I do that for all my classes, all Inky Bestie events, because those Inky Besties pay a monthly fee. I don't think it's fair that they watch ads. But for my regular YouTube content, I mean, that's part of how I get paid, right? So I do have control. I can turn them off completely, but then there's no sense in doing the lives, right? So, okay, I'm going to use my heat gun and I'm going to wet this and wet the back so it stays kind of flat. And I'm going to heat it real quick. There we go. And it wouldn't hurt to have something to kind of hold it down flat. And really what I should have done, Brenda actually said to me last night, she goes, I notice a lot of people, they tape down their, I'm like, yeah, and I'm just lazy. And this one would have been a really good one to tape down. So if you want to tape it down, go ahead. It's going to help you out. I think I dropped one of the somethings here. I don't know what it was. Something dropped here. So I'm going to get this completely dry. And then I'll just use my scissors to hold it down. One of the reasons, other than the fact that I claim to be lazy and I don't want to walk over to my cupboard where I keep my paint boards, one of the other reasons is when you use tape, I find that my ink pools around my tape and then I get that harsh line and I don't like that all the time. I like the ability for things to just kind of flow organically and then not get all pooled up around the edge of the paper. So, or maybe that's just the excuse I give myself for being lazy and not going to get my board to put these on. I don't know for sure, but I do know one thing. I need some more water here.
So Melissa was asking, what inks are you using?
Distress
so
Oxide.
Colors or what brand?
Distress Oxides. And I listed all the colors as I pulled them out. Kitsch Flamingo, Salvaged Patina, Prize Ribbon, and Dusty Concord. In case you're wondering, I keep a Stanley water bottle, one that you just twist to open and close, full in my cabinet here, one of my drawers, so that when I need water, because there's no water in the basement. It was funny, I was looking back today because I inserted a clip of the basement before. I'll do a few before and after pictures in here too, but I did a couple clips, you know, like I moved into the basement because I outgrew this room and I showed the previous room, and many of you guys have followed me since then. And then I said, and I moved in this room because I outgrew this room, and I went back to my original room. And you know, I might have a really big, huge room, but I miss my first room. I really do. It was the smallest, but it was so freaking cozy and cute. And the way I had it set up, I had my table on a wall. So I was able to have so much in front of me, like all my inks and all, like it was just, I loved it and I miss it. Okay, so here, what I'm going to do is, do I go the other way and not? Okay, so what I had done originally was I had applied Oxide in black. I'm going to use, I think I'm going to go with the Distress ink, not the Oxide. So I'm going to go with that. And I'm going to lay it on pretty thick. And as you lay this on, as you're going, if you get these little hairy marks around the edges, Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it one bit. And actually, I find if you go on the side, for some reason, I seem to get more ink that way. I don't know why. Let's go through here. What are the guesses?
We have had Tiffany Solario join.
Tiffany Solario, my gosh, what an honor. Everybody's be on your best behavior. We have company.
Everybody's being good. They're all behaving.
Someone get her a cocktail, something to drink. Hello, Tiffany. How are you? It's kind of like, remember the very first time another channel popped in? It was Simon Hurley. And I'll never forget, I ended my stream and I hadn't ended my OBS. And there was that little bit of lag where it still kind of records. And after I ended my stream, I was like, holy shit, Simon Hurley came to visit me. And that recorded on, that was way, way back when I was so new. And I was like, oh my goodness, I was so flustered. I didn't know what to do. But Tiffany.
Did Todd like hand you a little sticky?
He did. He handed me a sticky note and he's like, Simon Hurley's here. And the only reason he knew to send me a sticky note was because all of the viewers were like, oh my gosh, Simon Hurley's here. So if you're not around when this is completed, Tiffany, you'll have to watch the Instagram to see what we're doing here tonight with some magic, some distress magic.
It's all magic.
It's all magic. Everything's magic. And look at, we magically got Tiffany to come and say hello. Where in the world are you? Oh, I know you're in the US, but where in the US are you, Miss Tiffany? You might share a state with some of our inky friends. Maybe. So anyhow, when you're putting this on, there's really no rhyme or reason. Nobody knows what we're making yet, Tiffany. It's a secret. We're trying to see if we can get some guesses. And that's where I was at. I was asking, did CL drop Chloe again? The doggy cam's not on tonight. I mean, Chloe is such a little problem child. And Todd's not home right now. So what's going to happen is he's going to come in. They're going to be up here on their beds and then they're going to like start barking. And I mean, my eardrums go when Sally barks. So I don't want to do that to you guys. I need to turn on my fan though. Oopsie, too high. There we go. It's getting hot in here. There we go. That's funny that Tiffany popped in. We were just talking about her last night. Was it last night, girls, in the Inky Bestie event? I was talking about her cabinets because I have
Yes.
the same ones. Yeah, I really like that you wallpapered your cabinet doors. That's really cute. I liked that idea. I spend too much time organizing and reorganizing and cataloging and all that boring stuff to do fun stuff like that. Okay, I think I'm going to add a little bit more black through here, or it's not going to look natural. And a little bit more here. I got to figure out too, where's my, oh, here they are. So Chloe's going to have a little bit of a fit here in a minute. Okay, so we're about right there. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more black through here, and then we're going to add some water. And I think when the water goes on here, I think you guys are going to start to guess what it is. All right.
We do have a guess out there already.
We have a guess out there.
We do.
We have a guess. Somebody guessed what it is.
Yes.
Oh, who was it that guessed what it is?
Alicia Johnson.
Alicia. So what did Alicia guess exactly?
Galaxy/sky.
A galaxy. It is 100% a galaxy. Now, if you use this particular heat gun, you're going to be able, Chloe, do not bark at me. You're going to be able to kind of direct where your black is going. You want it to, don't worry about it covering your colors, right? And don't forget to spray the back because it'll help keep it flat. But yes, we can tape it down for those that might have just popped in, but I'm way too lazy for that. And you can always pick up a little here and there. And I'm going to go back in again with the black just to kind of make it a little more black. So however it turns out, you know, it's like Tim says, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit about it. No barking at mama. Water bottle. I don't spray her. I just show her. And as a matter of fact, last night I couldn't find the water bottle. I can only find the Windex. So I showed it to her and she stopped barking at me. But she's very needy. So now I'm just going around the outside and I'm probably not going to wet it. And I'm okay. I'm going pretty hard out here. But as I get close to my color, I'm really lifting up on my brush because I want a nice soft transition there. I don't want to mess up these beautiful lines that we've got, right? So we're just going to go really soft when we come up to those colors. And this just kind of darkens up our galaxy background, right? And don't worry if you're doing this and you feel like, oh, my lines are too harsh, hit it with some water and you'll be totally fine. And then you can just put another layer if it's not dark enough.
Mary's asking, and you use any water-based black ink?
I would have to say, I'd have to answer like Tim would. I'm sorry that I'm going to use his words, but I mean, Oxides and these particular dye inks are meant to move with water. So if you use something different, then you might get different results, right? And again, this is on watercolor paper, and I'm going to show you. Actually, I can show you right now. No, I won't, because I don't want you to see the final, what we're doing to it, the magic, where the magic comes in. I mean, this is magic enough, but we've got some more magic coming in. So you could try it, Mary, but honestly, I don't think you're going to get quite the same results. And here's the problem with doing it with the oxide is if you notice, if you watch closely and you've ever moved your oxides around with water, they get really milky. Like you almost could see white or like a light gray. And that's what happens with the Distress Oxide, right? So it ends up kind of being a little bit milky, and it's not really what I'm going for. Like it didn't really give Milky Way vibes. It was more not. And actually, you know what's neat is if this was just all blues and a little bit of black and you wanted to do a night with lightning, look at these little lines that are already all in here, and you could follow those lines and do lightning. It would be so cool, right? But anyway, I thought that was kind of cool. So
Tiffany
now,
she lives in southern Nevada,
oh,
close-ish to Las Vegas.
you know what? I knew that. Why did I ask? I knew that. I forgot. And I remember thinking, because you're in Henderson, and I remember thinking, I used to live in Las Vegas, and I wondered how long you had been there, and I don't know. I wonder if she was like doing this way back then. But your channel's not quite that old, but you may have been there. Mind you, I know you said you guys moved, so I don't know if your new house is from another place in Las Vegas, or I watched your studio tour, and I always tell everybody, I'm kind of calling myself out a little bit right now. I tell everybody, I don't watch card making channels. I watch art channels. But Tiffany is an artist, so every now and again I tune in on her videos and see what's going on over there. And I was very honored that Tiffany commented on the card that we did when we cased her card. We did that in an Inky Bestie event. Okay, so what I did here now last night was I ran this through my Barbie tanning bed, and it didn't work. What happened to my gifts? Oh, you know what? The sound is there. No, it's not. Where did my gifts go? You buggers. That's so not fair.
Someone was commenting that I'm louder. Oh, there it is.
My Barbie tanning bed. Okay. And I don't know what I did there. So now you're louder than me. I'll just.
Someone's saying that, yes.
Okay. Well, there we go. We'll just put her on mute. We'll put her on volume timeout. So it should be better now. I turned you down. But what I did is I ran it through my mini mink from Pink and Main probably about 5 or 6 times. And I ran it in different positions because I wanted it to be completely dry. And once it was dry, this is what I was left with, okay? So as you can see, they're similar, but you're never gonna get the exact same thing. And I wanted it to be dry for tonight because I'm gonna waste too much time drying that for you guys. So now I'm gonna show you some magic. And I did link these for you. I was able to find them on Amazon. I've had them for quite some time, and I have a whole bunch of different ones in this area of item I'm going to show you in this product line, this type of product. And I found myself, somebody asked me, they said, can you incorporate these into card making? And I went, ugh. You know what I first thought about? Sorry, I don't mean to throw anybody under the bus, but I thought about those Stampin' Up! Chalks they used to have. And you remember we used to get that little tool out with those tiny little cotton ball type things, and we used to rub the chalk and then rub it on our cards, and it never lasted, it never stayed on there. It was such a mess, and then your fingers felt yucky, and I was like, ugh, I don't know if I can do anything in card making with this. So what did I do? I went to the art industry. And I watch a lot of art videos, and I just Googled what to do with soft pastels. And I just, scrubbed a bunch of videos, and then I came across a video and went, oh, hello. So you're going to want a, Heather knows the name of it, but I call it a nutmeg grater. But what is it called, Heather?
They're rasps.
A rasp. A rasp. For you fancy folk. For me, it's just a nutmeg grater. This one's a little big, but if you go to Amazon and type in nutmeg grater, they're usually really skinny and long. And I'm wondering how many of you are running to the kitchen right now to grab it. But I also, through trial and error, have learned that you're going to want, there is a rasp on Amazon, and it's long and skinny, and it comes with a acrylic little holder so that everything you grind goes into that acrylic holder. That would be awesome. But in order for me to get that in Canada, it would have been $44. And I was like, yeah, I don't want it that bad. So I'm just going to use my Dollar Tree little wedding favor from the little wedding favors section. And I'm going to put my rasp on top. And then... Oh, yes. A lemon zester would work. A lemon zester would work. Tiffany thought I was doing geodes. Yeah, it did look like geodes for sure. I'm going to grab my... Okay.
A dollar store grater is the perfect place to pick up something for this.
Yeah. I kind of ruined this vellum. I was doing a project, but I don't throw away anything, and I'm glad because now I have a piece of vellum to use here. So a piece of parchment paper will work. A piece of scrap vellum will work. Don't use anything fancy for this, okay? So you're going to fold it in half. And what we're going to do is I'm going to use this pink because I used pink in there. I'm going to use this dark teal peacock color. And this one is pretty close to Salvaged Patina. This one is more like a the raspberry, picked raspberry. And this one's more like, what's the one? Broken China, kind of, okay? So those are, if the color's not coming through for you, picked raspberry, broken china, and salvaged patina. So this particular set has a really good variety, and it's super inexpensive. So, I thought the holidays are, let me grab my planner, because of course we don't actually make the cards for that specific national holiday. We use those national holidays as...
You've gotten very, very quiet.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Did I really get quiet? That's
Yeah,
strange, but I went with my mic. I went with my Rode. I'm like, is this off? Okay, so our fun reasons to make cards. We don't necessarily make the card because it's this holiday. We look at these holidays, I look at them for you, and we make a card because we're inspired, right? So I just wanted to preface that with what the holiday is that I'm going to give you. On May 3rd, the first Friday of every May, it is National Space Day, the first Friday of every May. May 3rd is National Paranormal Day. So when I saw those, it triggered inspiration to do this. So it's not necessarily that I know somebody that works for NASA, but the payoff on this card is you can double it as a masculine card, right? You can throw a happy birthday on there. I have a video how to cut, you know, the dies that have all the fancy like happy birthday stuff. I have a video on how to cut that out on your Cricut and how to mirror it or shadow it with vellum. You could put that right across there. It would be super, super pretty. If I mentioned last week, I wanted to get an espresso machine. I got it and I hate it. I'm so disappointed with it. So all I'm going to do here is just kind of grind, and these big chunks, I try to grab them and like squish them down because I don't want to lose them necessarily, right? Because so let me zoom in for you guys here so you can see what I mean. Okay, so I get these big chunks on here, like some bigger, focus for me, some bigger pieces there. And I just take the chalk. It's not chalk, it's a soft pastel. I don't know what the difference is, to be perfectly honest with you. You'd have to Google it. But I'm just squishing them. And then I'll put that one away. And I will put this all in here. Now, the big chunks are what we're looking for because those bigger ones are the ones that are going to create our little nebula stuff, okay? So put this in your little paper and get kind of tapping so you can get your big chunks on here, like so. Okay, and that seems like a lot, but trust me, you lose a lot too. I'm gonna grab my Teflon bone folder, and now I'm just gonna rub back and forth like that, and then flip it upside down, tap it, and check this out. You're gonna lose some of it, but is that not looking beautiful like a galaxy? OMG. That actually turned out better than my sample. And I said to Heather, I think that the watercolor paper has more tooth, so it's gonna be better to kind of grab it on the watercolor paper. So let me grab my garbage. Oh, let's grab my garbage bowl. Get rid of the pink. And then all I'm gonna do is just wipe it off with a paper towel. And now my vellum's pretty clean. I'll go on to my next color. This here, oh, just throw it out. People are gonna say, I can just hear the comments now. Oh, can't you put all of those little leftover shavings in a little bottle somewhere? And oh my gosh, my room is only 22 by 14. I'm busting at the seams. I have no more room to put stuff. No way. So no, I'm not saving them. But if you care to save them, all the power to you, boo. You do you. All right. Now.
So a few of the ladies are commenting saying that I'm very, very quiet again.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe when that comment was made, they weren't maybe at the moment when we changed it. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, when you talk, you're coming up to about -40. When I talk, I'm at like way higher. So I should be louder than you. Oh, see, and there he is. He's home. And the dogs are going crazy.
You shouldn't be louder than me. I don't know what you think.
I don't. I know your mouth is way bigger than mine.
I've never been told I'm the quieter one. Let me tell you that.
Which, you know, honestly, couldn't even. I don't know. You guys are really going to get to know Heather more on the podcast. So watch for that because I think I would be the one to say something before she would, but I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to put this on this side, and then I do a few taps because as you tap it, all of the dusty bits kind of go to the bottom and the chunky bits come up to the top, and then just kind of, I like doing it this way too, and I'll tell you why. I was originally doing it like this, and I was, you know, you don't get as much precision. I'm going to close my door. Good grief. The beauty of doing a live video. It's always the smallest dog that has the biggest mouth. See, now Heather's going to say my mouth's bigger because she's smaller than me.
Only in height. Only in
And
height.
then we'll be like, we'll be on the podcast talking about measuring tapes. Okay, so when you first rub them all in, let me zoom in for you guys. They look like super thick, right? That's why I open it upside down and just kind of give it a little bit of a tap. And there, is this not looking like a gorgeous galaxy? OMG, it's so pretty. Okay, let's get rid of this. And you know what? It's only soft pastels. Yes, I'm sure if you go and rub it, it's going to come off. But we're going to do our best to negate that in a few minutes, okay? And I'm going to show you how. All right, so put this one away. We got one more color. So has any...
Tiffany is leaving. Good night.
Good night, Tiffany.
She has to get going, but she's going to catch the replay.
Thank
Loves
you
your
for
work.
popping in. Love your work, sister. Have a good night. She lives in Vegas. I mean, her life is so much better than ours where she's warm all the time. Okay, where's my little thingy? There it is. And I just wiped that out with a baby wipe, and that was kind of silly because now everything's going to stick to the moisture, so I'm going to dry it off. And I'm going to put away that dark blue and bring out the light blue. See? I wonder how many other little curious souls popped in tonight because they were wondering, what is this magic she speaks of? I thought when I saw this, it was such a cool idea, such a cool technique. And really, I've done this technique now. I wonder where my other card, I did 2 cards or 2 backgrounds anyway. I wonder where they are. I've done it 4 times. And as you can see, 4 times. Let me flip this one over so you can see. I mean, 4 times, and I've only used that much. So it really doesn't take... Oh, wait. I just did the light one already. Darn. Hold on. I need the dark one. My mistake. Okay, and I'm going to actually zoom out while I do this because it's kind of hard on the eyes when I'm so close. How's the audio now? Is it better now?
Is everybody hearing things better?
Or hearing things in general? That was nice of Tiffany to pop in.
Oh, Miss Kimberly Mickle has just joined.
Kimberly! I haven't talked to you in a minute. You're missing. She's going to be like, what are they doing if she just popped in? I'm going to wipe all that chalk. This stuff, I find the pastels transfer to your, like this, I wouldn't look like this if it was, and I wouldn't recommend doing this with just chalk. I mean, I don't know. You could try it if you have white chalk somewhere, you know, in the house laying around, but I don't know. Maybe. I recommend trying it. Okay, I'm going to retract that. I recommend experimenting because experimenting is always fun. So now we're going to come in with the darker blue, and I'm going to be a little more intentional here. And I want it to kind of go in these areas where I don't have too much going on. There we go. All right. This one's kind of a little bit too much there. There we go. Flip this over. I'm flipping it over the wrong side. That's okay. I was trying to not get that hole. I'll zoom it in after I rub all this on. So I rub it until I feel like everything has smoothed out. I mean, you can tell there's stuff in there, but I rub it until everything's generally smoothed out. Give it a few really good taps so the main ones just fall off. And here is a close-up. I mean, is this not freaking stunning? We're not even done yet. You just hold on a second. Don't you go anywhere. You sit yourself down.
There's more magic to come.
There's more magic to come. Is David Copperfield ready?
Siegfried and Roy, are you on standby?
Right. What's the other one? Chris Angel? Is Chris Angel
Yes.
available? I lived in Vegas and never ever saw him. I never went to one of his shows ever. That was back when I lived in Vegas. He was with Holly, who was the ex-girlfriend to Hugh Hefner. And they have a child together, actually, but they're not together anymore. I mean, who is in Hollywood? Except Ryan Reynolds and oh, damn, I know her name because I watched Gossip Girl twice, the whole series. She's my favorite. Her name will come to me when I least expect it. I'm going to get a baby wipe. And
Good night, Miss Dana.
Blake Lively. There it is. I told you. Good night, Miss Dana. Blake Lively is her name. Ryan Reynolds. And you know, I got to tell you, with my Lego business, my side business, I got whatever Ryan Reynolds is in Marvel. I've got so many requests for that. So I saw it on Disney. And I said to Todd, I've never seen that. He goes, that's the second one. If you're going to watch them, you got to watch the first one. And I'm like, well, the second one's always better than the first one. I'll just watch the second one. He goes, well, you should. I'm like, I should anything. I just want to watch this one. Because if it's no good, you know, the chances are better that the second one's going to be better than the first one, right? So we started watching it. There's a lot of swearing in that. Like, it's very, 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 yeah. Don't watch it with little kids. But it was really good. What's
Deadpool?
Deadpool? That's it. Okay, the Deadpool. All right. Oh, look, we have things in here. These are the things, you know, when I need to cover something because I'm splattering and I forgot to cover something. I forgot to not put the stamp on. Exactly. Okay. So I've got two products here, and I have to say, I got the dang nail polish shaker bottle that Cheryl Lee had, or shaker machine, and it arrived, and it didn't work. It went, and then it just wouldn't go. So I don't know. I don't even want to order another one now, but you can shake these on nail polish machines. I say do so at your own risk. I'll buy one eventually and I'll tell you if it's worth it or not. I guess I should be shaking this one at the same time. But yeah, anyway. I wish it had worked because I would have had these already shooken up or shaken up. Is it shooken up or shaken up? Shooken. I don't know. Where's our teachers? Where's Karen? Karen, is it shooken or shaken? Karen will tell us. Karen was a teacher. So I have Distress Stain Spray Brushed Pewter and Distress Mica Stain Frozen Fog. So I'm going to start with the pewter. Whoa. And all I'm going to do is just, oh yeah, of course, get some nice big fatties on there. I'm going to wipe those up right now. Kind of blend them in. Okay, there we go. Let me move this up, because if I move it up here, I'll move it sideways so you can still see, but then my drips will go here. See? Because they're up on top. They're up in here because of shaking it, so it's kind of inevitable that they're going to come out somehow, right? There we go. And I think the more stars, the better, because that's what these are essentially, is stars. So
someone said pre-shook.
Pre-shook. I could have pre-shooked them. shooken or shaken, shooken. And then I'm going to use my white splatter, and I have a video where I teach you how to make this. The only thing I do different now is I put glitter in it, and the glitter I use, for those of you that make it, is the Michaels extra fine glitter. I don't know why there's no color on here, but the number right here, the last 5 is, I'll just tell you the whole number. It's 00100 I'll start over. 00100 02571. There's just no name of the color. This is what it looks like. And that's what I put in my glitter thingies now. So yeah, now the white, and I want lots of white, lots and lots of white. Now make sure that you wait till the next day to put on your stars and stuff, especially with your white, because if you don't, you're probably gonna have your white absorb all of the colors on your paper, and then all of that hard work is now gone, done, dead, finished. But I mean, look at that. I did that in 45 minutes. Okay, so one of the main reasons why I'm moving the lives to my other channel is the lives never get the same amount of views as a pre-recorded video. Okay, that's number one reason. Number two, there'll be no more confusion whether I've gone live or whether it's a pre-recorded video, because so many of you are in the comments, you know, hi, you know what I mean? And it's a pre-recorded video. But so it's to help this channel. I have not posted any regular content on this channel since October of 2022, which is a very long time. So when I come out with my videos, I've got a whole lineup here. I want them to be intentional. I want them to perform well. I want the algorithm to see when there's a lot of interaction on a video, that when I put up my next one, put it in front of people. And what happens is I have a really good video, and then I do a live video where the views are a lot less, because live content gets a lot less views than pre-recorded content. And then the algorithm goes, oh, people don't like this content anymore. And then I struggle to get my views up on my regular videos. So that's the reason why I'm moving them. Second reason is I don't have to worry anymore if I go over, because I don't care about the algorithm on that channel. I don't care about, you know, what YouTube thinks. Anything that comes of that will just be, you know, bonus type thing. Okay, so let's put this to the side. I'm going to show you the one I completely finished last night, which is here. No, sorry, this is the one I finished last night. This is the one I finished last night. That's the one I did now. This is the one I did earlier, and you'll see the difference between watercolor paper and not watercolor paper. It doesn't move on regular cardstock, okay, very well at all, whereas on this one it moves a lot better. I'm just going to pick up this little bit here of silver.
Brenda was asking what is your other channel again? Is it Our Inky Life or My
No,
Inky
it's
Life?
My Inky Life, and it's linked down below. It says, want more videos. So when you read the little blurb about this video and you kind of scroll a little bit past that, it says links. It'll have like the winners forum link, the Inky Bestie link, and then it says want more videos. That's the link you need. I'm going to put it out on this channel, and I'm going to put it out on social media too. And I think I have an open spot on social media for this week coming up where I can post that. So
I'll just warn you, where it says want more videos, in that drop down it says Our Inky Life.
it does say Our Inky Life, because I haven't changed that.
Okay,
Thank you.
That's why I wanted to clarify
Thank
for
you.
everybody.
Thank you. Yes, because it used to be like my vlog, Our Inky Life channel. And I mean, we don't vlog and do that stuff anymore, but you'll be able to go over there and see some of the videos. I was gonna start vlogging, and then it was just way too much for me. I get these ideas, and then it's like, yeah, that I gotta focus my time where it's best spent, right? So for the stamps, what we're gonna put on here, there's a couple options. I had linked this set, and I haven't used this set yet. So I want to use this Upon a Star. It's Lawn Fawn. So I've already gone and stamped them right here. And I think what I'm going to do is the Upon a Star I'm going to do in embossing, which is also coming up. The ultimate embossing. Oh my gosh, if you guys only knew what I have to do for this embossing video. Yeah, you remember, I might have to do 2 parts. I might have to do 2 parts, like Jazza did when he did his Copic markers. I mean, I don't think there's an embossing powder, a white embossing powder in the industry that I don't have. And I don't think there's a embossing ink that I don't have. And actually, I think we're getting another one next month, Heather, in the Simon Says Stamp kit.
Yes, there is one coming. When I saw that, I'm like, I wonder if you have that one.
I have that one. I got it. Yes, I do.
But...
So the Wish I'm going to do in VersaFine. The frogs. These little frogs here, I stamped those in Versa Mark because I'm going to...
Frogs look like foxes. That's weird.
They're really foxy frogs, let me tell you. They're foxy frogs. So I'm going to stamp that one more time because I want like a nice, deep, crisp Wish. Okay. And I have some markers out so I can color these up super quick. I don't know that I'm going to use both. I think I'm just going to use one. I stamped them both because I didn't know what I wanted to do. But I think I only want one. I mean, I don't know. Do I want both? I don't know. Oops, this is upside down. Oh, it doesn't matter. We'll figure it out in a second. All right. So I have here E 13, 15, and 17, and I need a piece of paper because I never color on a non-porous surface. So when I pull a mat, I wonder why I got quiet when I went to the other room. Oh, my receiver isn't on. Oh, yes, it is. That's weird. I don't know why that happened. Anyway,
everyone said on YouTube that it was okay, so maybe it was just through Google Meet, like where we are.
Oh.
The sound went down.
Well, I wonder what mic it's using on Google Meet. I'll have to look. I'll have to have a look.
So maybe it's through your computer on Google Meet, and that's why for me, like all of a sudden you got really, really quiet when you walked away.
Yeah, maybe, hey?
I know that's not something you hear often either.
Whatever. So that was my E13. Now I'm going to go in with E15. And I'm just kind of laying down some color here where I think it's going to be the most dark. I'm going to bring this out a little bit actually here. Now, if coloring is something that you struggle with, I find that for me, so here's what I struggle with, editing. Like what you see me do for my edited content takes me sometimes up to 10 hours. So I watch a lot of videos on editing with DaVinci Resolve Studio, and where I struggle is I hate asking a question, or I don't even ask the question because I'm pretty confident that the creator of that channel is not going to read my comment and answer me. And I find that to be so frustrating. Does anybody else feel like that? I mean, it's really difficult, you know, when you have that very specific question about a very specific thing. And it's like, where do you go to get the answer for that? And in the art industry, I find most times people kind of head over to Facebook, and you're at the mercy of people that are just dying to give you an answer for the sake of giving you an answer, I think. And it's not always the right answer. I mean, hopefully you guys are on there helping and giving good answers, because some of the answers I've seen, like the embossing powder one, there's lumps in this embossing powder I bought at a yard sale, estate sale. Is it still okay? And someone said, no, it's gone bad, throw it away. It's like, you know, use a nail file emery board on your stamps if the ink doesn't stick. you know, to get the crap off them from, I mean, come on, right? So I feel like that's my biggest struggle with what I do. And if you ever feel like that, that's honestly why I talk about the Inky Besties so much, because there's so much value to be had there. I mean, last night Lisa goes, "Hey, why don't you do this for I'll try it out?" And I had nothing on my plan, so I was like, "Okay." So I went and bought the pencil crayons and we'll try it out. But it's just a nice place to be able to connect with me and other crafters like yourself on a one-on-one basis. So I know so many of you are returning viewers and haven't taken advantage of a free trial. If you have questions or something that makes you kind of like, you know, you're wondering about something, reach out to me and ask, because I think that, I mean, Lisa could probably, if she's here, speak up, because Lisa's one of those I know watched for a very long time and then finally bit the bullet. And we are so happy she did, because she's such a great addition. Okay, so there's one guy.
Allie is leaving, just so you know.
Who's
as
leaving?
well.
Allie.
Allie.
Good night, Allie. Dream happy. It was nice to see you. Take care of yourself. I'm guessing this is a paw. I don't know for certain, but I'm going to pretend it's a paw. And then I might have to go do some touch-ups with my white pen, because I went out of the lines in a few spots. Okay, so there's that. See how quick that comes together? There's that.
You're one of those kids that I went to Watercolor in my books when I was little.
You're such a snob. Okay, now I wanted to give you guys a tip here too. This is my black piece of 100-pound, I think it is, the Recollections. This is what I stamp all of my sentiments on, and I scribble really quickly on the back before I put it in my MISTI, because I'm going to use this over and over and over and over. But what happens is, and I learned this by trial and error, this side gets sticky from my little sticky mat in my MISTI, and I'll go to emboss one day and I'm like, holy cow, I have more hitchhikers than a galaxy background. What is going on? And then I finally clued in and went, oh, that's the sticky side. And it doesn't feel sticky. You would never in a million years know what side you put it in on until you put embossing powder on it. So it's also a good place to get your markers running rather than wasting another good piece of paper, because this side is your good side, right? So this is my number 8 Sakura gel, and this I just go over these little spots and I'm done. And actually, while I'm here, let's no, I'm gonna do this with my Arteza. My Arteza's better for this. My Arteza just flows like a river. Okay, now let's do it. Where do I want my little lines? Let's do one here. We'll do one here. Where do you put the lines, you ask? I don't know. Not close to another set of lines. Somewhere where the other lines weren't. And I'm even going to go as far as to color in the inside white part of his tail with the Arteza, because it's going to show up a little more glossy. And I kind of went a little close on the tip there, so I can go in after with a black marker and just make a line there. So these guys, let's put them to the side for a moment. And what am I doing? Oh yeah, this part, that's right. Wish upon a star. Why are you way over on that side? Oh, because you go this way, that's right. Having a moment. Okay, we need this. And then we need this. And then we need this. And then we need that. Oh, jeez, I did this the wrong way. I need this. And the reason why I do this is because, have you ever put your stamp down and then you, first of all, it slides easier on here, but you put your stamp down, you push your door down, you lift it up, and your paper comes up with it, and it pulls it up from the magnet. And put your acetate there first. I had a moment, obviously. I need to put my destatification, And right now I'm using the Pink and Main one. Is it the best one? I don't know. And right now I'm using Brutus Monroe Alabaster White. Is it the best one? I don't know, but we're going to find out. That video is probably going to take me a bloody month to put together. I might have to do my favorite tools in between so that it buys me time to get that video. Like, wait till you guys see what is involved in that video. It is crazy. Okay, now we need some Versamark, and I'm using Versamark Dazzle because my regular Versamark is part of my testing right now. So there, Wish Upon a Star. Have a look, looks good. And the acetate is also good if your stamps are dirty and you need to close your door and clean later. We'll pull out our white. There we go. So many hitchhikers. Got to get a little tiny itty bitty. When you're at Michael's or HomeSense or wherever it is you shop, and I have these listed for you guys. There's styluses on one side, and they're in the paint section, I believe, or tools, one of the two. But I think I used this for paint because I'm getting paint. I'm getting glitter on here. But these little tiny ones, and sometimes I lick my fingers and just kind of make it pointy, and the wetness of the brush helps pick up some of those little bits that want to hang out. And I've got little bits of glitter on here now because I'm sure that I used that for something and didn't clean it, but that's okay. All right. We're doing good for time. There we go. And I think I'm going to fussy cut this guy. You know, it's funny. You said Kimberly was here, right?
Kimberly Mickle, yes.
Oh, okay. Kimberly Mickle. That's right. Okay, not Kimberly Greet. Kimberly Greet, when you guys see her, she used to be on my team with Stampin' Up, and we just stayed friends, like personal friends. She's such a great lady. She lives in Ontario, and she's still a demo too. So if there's anybody in Canada that needs a good demo, I'd be happy to hook you up with her. But I always talk about these Simon Says stamp scissors and how much I love them and how many holes I have in my body from poking myself with them. They're very sharp. They are freaking amazing for cutting paper. They are the best for cutting paper, okay? They don't cut ribbon worth a darn, but when it comes to paper, these are awesome. They're the only ones I use now. And I used to be a real Fiskars snob until I started using these, and I love them. But anyway, I ordered a second set because you know how companies are. They change things or they get a new whatever, and then you're like, I liked the old one. You know how it is. So I thought, I am going to stash an extra pair of those. And then Kimberly's like, oh, I'd really like a pair. So I was like, well, I'll sell you mine, you know, so that she doesn't have to place a whole order just to get a pair of scissors. And my good karma came back to me because there's a pair of scissors in the kit for next month. So if you are interested in looking at it for any reason, in my kit.co, the very first row, it says my favorite shops. I encourage you to enter Simon Says Stamp through my link because then they know I'm talking about them. And that is always nice. But anyhow, there he goes. I went a little bit tight there on that part of him, and it's really going to show because he's going on a black background. But you probably wouldn't even noticed if I didn't say anything. So the word wish, where are you? How do I want to do that? I think I'm going to cut it out like a square. Let's have a look. Let's see. Now I need my acetate. And I learned this little trick. Simon Hurley does this with white paper. And I just do it with acetate now because I find that I'm able to see a little bit better with acetate. Because of course this paper is totally wonky now and I need to fix it. And then I'll do this side. When I stick it in, I can see where the acid, oh, I should have done it this way first. Oh, I should have cut the short side first, and I always do this backwards. Always, always. Okay, there we go. That looks good, I think. We'll see when I get it all cut out if it looks even. I don't know. Wish. I feel like it's not even.
It looks like it goes up.
I know, doesn't it? Totally doesn't look even. Does it matter? Should I just, maybe I'll fussy cut it out. Yeah, I'll fussy cut this one out, and then my fan stopped. And then the Upon a Star that I embossed down there, I'll cut that out like a little strip and it'll match. So when you cut out a sentiment, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. But the Wish has got a little bit of a straight top on it. So who, you said Alicia was the first one to guess Galaxy?
Yes.
Is Alicia still here?
I'm not sure. Alicia, are you still with us?
Alicia, are you still here? Bueller. I watched Dirty Dancing a couple of weeks ago with Angelina, because of course now she speaks English. She lives in Canada. There's tons of movies she hasn't seen, and she really liked it. And then I put on The Wizard of Oz and she fell asleep. But there's a new Wizard of Oz coming this year in July called Wicked. It looks pretty good. I mean, I'm a Wizard of Oz lover, so I have to go see that. We might have to make like a girls event out of it. Take the girls even, Heather.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm not a Wizard of Oz fan.
I didn't ask if you were a Wizard of Oz fan. I said we need to make a girls' Nobody asked if you like it or not. Take one for the team. Exactly. I didn't ask you if you like it. Oh my God. Maybe this is crooked. Yeah, that's probably it. Let me get a different piece of paper. Here, I'll try this one, because I think my acetate is crooked.
Alicia is still here. She said, silly question. Of course I am.
Silly. Is your Coke gone? How's your typing abilities? Do you think you could manage to fill out a form? Because that's what I texted Heather. I will read you what I texted her. I texted her and said, watch who guesses outer space first. If they're here at the end, they win. If not, it's the next person. You can see. That's what I texted her. And then she texted me, Tiffany Solorio is in the house, but my phone is on mute, so I didn't hear. But that was really nice of Tiffany to pop in. So we've got our little guy, and we've got our little wish, and we're just going to kind of tuck them all down here in the corner. And like that. I mean, look at that. You don't want to take away from your whole galaxy type thing. You know what I mean? And what you could do, if you really wanted to kind of step this card up a little bit, you could, this is the perfect piece right here. Yeah. Okay, I'll leave that as the bottom. I'm just going to go and kind of do a wave here, if you will. Make it wavy. Like that. And then I'm going to stick this right here. And now it looks like he's sitting on a hill at night rather than just floating in outer space, right? So let's put this on here like this. And when I mail this to Miss Alicia, as long as she fills out her winner's form, I will put in, when I get my Amazon mailers, you know, those white and blue mailers, I always save them because I cut them to envelope size and I put them on the front of my card, and I put the card in the envelope with the front of the card facing the back of the envelope. So the back of your card is in the front. And I get a lot of cards from you guys, and I notice a lot of people put the front of the card the front of the envelope always put it the other way and put that plastic in there. Number one, the sorting system wants everything on the top, right? But because that's where the addresses are. But when you don't put that little plastic thing in on the front of your card, I have gotten so many cards from you guys, and the embellishments are gone, like the little rhinestones and stuff that you put on your card, because what happens is when it goes through the machine, it squishes it so tight, the rhinestone rips your envelope and sticks out, and then it just ends up coming off. Brads poking out of cards, like the brad is on there because it was butterflied through the card. But just an FYI for you guys, like the mail is so hard on your cards. So I have a video on how to store, and you know, how I store my cards, how I mail my cards, inserts. I think I did it had inserts in there, and I think I even did sentiments, like what to put on the inside of your card or something. I left the tape on that. I don't remember, but just a tip for you anyway. So on the black one, I'm going to, let me see if these are too wide.
Alicia said she can manage to fill out a form.
Okay, perfect. So you fill out the winner's form.
If she wants to put Galaxy or Magic Technique, something that would
Yep.
reference that it's this card.
Galaxy card will work.
Galaxy card.
Galaxy card will work for sure. Oh, shoot, I did that backwards. Darn. That's okay. Because I want this to pop up and then this to kind of go here. No, I'm going to put that one flat, and then I'll put this one like that. That's how I'll do it. No big deal. Okay, so we'll put some on the back of him. Now I want him to pop out a little more, so I'm going to use a different dimensional. Actually, I'm going to use the Simon Says stamp dimensional. Oh no, this one, I don't know which one's which now. Ooh, I got to show you guys one day how to make these out of your sequins. I'm going to do an Instagram reel on that. I got to cut those off and leave it out so I remember. I'll remember. No, I won't. Okay, anyway, I'm going to use a thicker dimensional because I want him to sit up a little higher than everything else.
And
So,
if you only have one size dimensional, double them up.
double them up, exactly. Excellent tip. So we'll take this off. I should probably, before I take it off, figure out where everything's going. Here, here. Kind of want everything a little bit more to the right. That's too far. Wish upon a star. That's looking about good right there. All right, so see how easy that was? Part of me is sad that my lives won't be on this main channel anymore. But it's not the end of the fun reasons to make cards era. There. So we're going to do wish flat. And I'm just going to go along the bottom of it because there is some differentiation. Gosh, that's a big word. Differentiation in the hill to the card. And when I mail it, I don't want it hard glued there. I want to reduce the likelihood that it's going to create a crease in my word wish. So we'll do this. I'm probably not going to get a crease because, of course, I'm going to put a piece of plastic bubble wrap, whatever you call that, plastic envelope bubble wrap stuff. Wish upon a star. Yay. So pretty. And, you know, even where I picked up that big blob, that's totally like, it just kind of goes, right? So much better than this one. I find, though, that my white is whiter on cardstock than it is on watercolor paper. And it probably has a lot to do with the way things absorb. So, you know, the color absorbs into the paper a lot more than it absorbs on this one. So these just appear more whiter than they do here. So it is what it is, what it is, what it is. Now I'm going to put this on a black background. Holy moly, what size did I cut my card to? No, these have to be wrong. Please don't be the wrong size card. Okay, good. Phewy. That was close. 5 1/4. Oh, that's not a lot. By, oh, okay, this is way too big. By 4. What am I doing? 5 1/4 by 4. Oh, no. No, that's too short. Hold on. Ah!
4 3/8.
Yeah, 4 1/8 by 5 and 3/8. Okay, this is the right size, but this is not the right size. So I'm just going to put it up here like that. So it looks like more down there. I cut this too short. I didn't even realize I did it. I cut it by 5. Didn't even realize. Didn't even realize. But you know what? Because the bottom is black, it's perfectly okay. I mean, what I meant to say was I cut it 5 inches so that it gave more of a ground appearance on the bottom of the card, and it just adds a little more depth and dimension. That's what I meant to say.
Totally intentional.
Totally intentional. Yeah, right. Hey, you know what? Nobody's perfect. There is your card front. So you can see there at the bottom, there's a little bit of a difference, but I'm going to clean my fingers really quick, or Alicia will be going, look it, I truly have an Inky Fingers card because her ink prints are on it. I've got that one, I think it went up already. Oh, maybe it didn't. Police said, I need your fingerprints. I'm like, I'm a card maker. Go find one of my, or I'm a stamper. Go find one of my cards. All right. There is your card, Alicia. All you have to do is fill out your winner's form and you are good to go. Look at that. Beautiful. Congratulations, Alicia, for being the first one to guess. Let's go into Zoom so everybody can see. The first one to guess that it was a galaxy. Way to go. Thank you all for joining me. Miss Tiffany, if you came back for the replay and you're here, thank you for popping in. Come in anytime. And we should do something together at some point. Online, of course, unless you want to come to Canada. But with that being said, thank you for joining us tonight. Heather, do you want to say good night?
Good night, everyone. Sweet dreams.
I'll see my local people out at the fair this weekend. Come say hi. Check out all my Lego stuff. I'll see the besties on Wednesday, and I'll see you guys again on the other channel on Thursday. So take care and